This is the upcoming Luna Ultra. You've probably already seen the back of Insta360's new pocket camera a few times. But today I can also show you the front. And not only that, the Luna Ultra is almost ready and will be released soon. So it's time for us to take a look at a series of shots from the Luna today. Because this is what the Luna Ultra's shots will look like when it hits the market in a few weeks. Today I can also show you a detail that has been kept secret until now and talk about a few more special features. But more on that later. Let's first take a look at a few longer shots taken with the Luna Ultra. All the shots I'm showing you today are straight out of the camera and haven't been edited further. And as you can see right away, the shots have that incredibly soft, cinematic look that you usually only see in very high-end cameras. And it's also this look that made the Pocket 3 so popular and paved the way for the pocket camera market in the first place. This is because the Luna Ultra's main camera, just like the Pocket 3 and 4, features a 1-inch sensor, combined with a well-functioning autofocus and a very wide f1.8 aperture. Such a sensor enables a very cinematic background blur. Here, for example, you can see that the cyclist in the background isn't recognizable and disappears into the blur. And since we're familiar with this effect and look from high-quality movies, it also looks very high-end and cinematic. But it's not just that. Insta360 is also particularly proud that the Luna was developed in collaboration with the camera manufacturer Leica. Leica is a German manufacturer of extremely high quality and relatively expensive cameras. And I think you can see this so-called Leica look in the Luna's footage as well. And of course, like other Insta360 cameras, the Luna features a range of Leica color profiles. And when it comes to color grading, the Luna Ultra supports a feature that no other Insta360 camera has had until now. The Luna Ultra is the first Insta360 camera capable of shooting in 10-bit. This applies on the one hand to the standard color profile I used here. On the other hand, it naturally applies to the log profile as well. And 10-bit is particularly important when using a log profile. This is because the major advantage of 10-bit is especially evident during color grading. Footage shot in 10-bit allows for significantly better and more intense color grading without introducing artifacts. Unlike with most other cameras, you can apply a filter to your 10-bit iLog footage right in the camera while you're shooting. For example, you can use one of the Leica filters or one of several film filters. This means that you can shoot in log without necessarily having to edit the footage yourself in post. The color grading pros among you will be particularly excited about another color grading feature of the Luna. The Luna Ultra also supports the so-called ACES workflow. This converts footage from a wide variety of cameras into a uniform color space. This makes color matching footage from different cameras significantly easier. But you surely know that the Luna Ultra has another very special feature. It doesn't just have one lens, but two. Actually, it's not just two lenses, but also two sensors. The lack of zoom or higher focal lengths are certainly among the particular weaknesses of existing pocket cameras like the Pocket 3 or Pocket 4. And that's about to change. The Luna Ultra has 5 focal lengths with a maximum of a 12x zoom. And up to a 6x zoom, it's a virtually lossless zoom. So shots that purely in terms of image quality hardly suffer at higher zoom levels, because they simply use a slightly smaller portion of a high-resolution sensor. I do think that makes a big difference. Although, of course, having a second camera on a pocket camera also has its downsides. It makes the camera heavier and not quite as handy. On the other hand, the different focal lengths and zoom factors were perhaps the biggest drawback of a pocket camera like the Pocket 3 or 4 compared to a good smartphone. And as you can see here, the Luna Ultra's low-light shots are really good too. These shots were taken at night, in complete darkness with only street lights. And I'm pretty impressed by how good the shots are. That said, please don't forget that this isn't a final review. That will and can only follow after the Luna Ultra's release. And then there will also be a direct low-light comparison with the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. I'm curious to see how the two cameras will perform in a direct comparison. But I can already tell you something else. The Luna Ultra supports a feature that, strangely enough, is no longer supported by the DJI Pocket 4, recording in HDR and Dolby Vision. HDR video is often misunderstood. It's not about layering exposures on top of each other, as is the case with HDR photos. Rather, HDR video is about making particularly bright highlights, such as light sources in the image, appear significantly brighter. This gives the footage a very realistic look. However, HDR and Dolby Vision are less about recording technology and more about display technology. It therefore primarily requires a screen that can display these bright highlights. For example, the screen of a modern smartphone, such as a current iPhone. This means that HDR recordings have much higher contrast when played back on a modern phone than non-HDR recordings. It is all the more surprising that DJI has removed this feature from the Pocket 4. But as announced announced at the beginning of the video, today I get to show you a very special highlight of the Luna Ultra. Here you can see once again what the front looks like. By the way, the Luna Ultra will be available not only in black, but also in white. And while the buttons with the red accents look really cool, the real highlight is this. You can easily detach the entire display along with the buttons. In other words, the entire control panel of the Luna Ultra. And then you have a remote control that not only lets you start and stop recording, but also features a full-fledged touchscreen, similar to the Go Ultra for example. But that's not all. The detachable screen and control panel even has a built-in microphone. This means you can use the control panel not only as a remote control, but also as a microphone. This is an extremely useful feature, especially if you often want to film yourself. You can check the framing from a distance, start tracking, adjust all the settings, and have an integrated microphone. I know that many people use a pocket camera for vlogging or to film themselves. And for a solo creator, this feature might be even more important than the two cameras. So I think we can look forward to the Luna Ultra. The Insta360 Luna Ultra will be released in the first half of the year, which means of course sometime in June. I can't reveal any more details right now, but there will be a detailed review when it launches. And I'm sure there will be a special benefit for my viewers when purchasing the Luna. So don't miss the final review. It won't be long now. And give me a like as feedback if you found this video interesting. Stay tuned and see you next time.